okay? And this kind of stuff doesn't happen everywhere, all right? We have fans that everywhere we go, I mean, there's teams that we play in our league that we outdraw when we go on the road. That's what the Hawkeye fans are. And I just want you to know how much it means to me, to our staff, and to our players, that you come and support us, that you wear the black and gold no matter where we go. I remember last year in Nebraska, it was a big game for us. I walked into Nebraska, brand new arena, there was more black and gold in there than any other color. And that's what being a Hawkeye is.
The Scottish Highlanders were a very vital part of the University of Iowa. For many years, we performed nearly, I think almost all home football games. And it is a group that was dissolved in 2008. Its heydays were probably in the 50s and 60s, very early 70s. And Heather was one of the individuals, as was I, and Karen, who isn't here right now, decided that if we didn't work to preserve the history of this organization, which was extremely unique, of course, it was going to be lost. And so we have been working since 2004 in preserving the history of the group. And that's what has brought us here. We have an exhibit in the Athletics Hall of Fame.
I got to thinking about the bell cow. These gentlemen up here with me right now were all bell cows. I didn't tell them that, but I called them into the office one at a time because they were the leaders and the most highly respected players I had on the football team, and I knew that all the other players respected these young men up here and would listen to them, probably more so than the head coach. So I talked to these gentlemen, and I'd say, what do we do in order to win? What do we need to do? And they'd tell me what they thought. I said, what do we need to do to get rid of, to stop doing? And they gave me that opinion. I said, now, will you please share that with your teammates? And they did. And that's how we turned the program around, along with your wonderful help here in Iowa. I don't know how to express my love for the people of Iowa. To me, what you see is what you get. Honest, hardworking people, and you were so appreciative of these gentlemen turning the program around and making it a winner. And so this is carried over into their lives. They're all successful, have great families. Their teammates love them, admire them. And it's just a wonderful experience for me and my wife to come back here and share some things with you that you probably never knew before. So I know they're going to be open for questions, whatever you want to ask them. But living on that farm and being raised on the farm where my daddy taught me words of wisdom with a horse whip. I read in the paper where an NFL running back, he's really gotten penalized because he spanked his little boy 4 years old with a switch. I had a horse whip. I still got whelps to prove it. But I got words of wisdom. My daddy'd say, bend over, son. I want you to remember this the rest of your life. Whop. After a couple of whops, I'd say, Daddy, what is it you want me to remember? And he'd give me some words of wisdom. And I used that in coaching all those years because I was shot at and hit. My whole career, I took over 3 losing programs. It was terrible, really bad. First year in North Texas, we won the Missouri Valley Championship. Took 4 years at SMU, which was terrible. They hadn't had a winning season in 12 years since Don Meredith was the quarterback. We won the Southwest Conference Championship. 3 years here at Iowa, hadn't had one in 17 years, plus the first 2 years that I was here, and we won the Big Ten. It gets back to my growing up knowing that I never hired an assistant coach in my life unless I knew that he was motivated to become a head coach. Then I knew he'd be sensitive to his players. It wasn't just athletic ability, but it was the motivation, the inspiration that the players had to get an education and to win. And these guys will all tell you it's carried over into their family, their life, their business. They're all winners. And that's the reason I come back here for the FRYfest, because it's an inspiration to me to see all of you fine people that helped us become winners.
Banish, and I'm the Director of Special Events at the Iowa City Coralville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. So this is my big event of the year. Not only myself, though, there's a huge committee that takes part in planning this. We have a programming committee and operations committee, so many community members that make this what it is. But I'm lucky enough to be able to help kind of coordinate a lot of it. So my role today is just a lot of running around and making sure everything kind of goes smoothly and falls into place. FRYfest started in 2009. It's named obviously after Coach Hayden Fry, as a way to really kick off the football season. So what's a better way to welcome Hawk fans back and get people excited for the football season to come. Not only football season, but all Hawkeye seasons coming up. A way for folks to get the latest and greatest tailgate gear as well. So a lot of fun activities, bringing former players back and such. So it's a blast to have. Yeah, so this year, each year we celebrate a different theme. We have in the past celebrated Dan Gable, we've celebrated the Iowa State rivalry, and this year we're celebrating America Needs Farmers and the 30th anniversary of that effort that Hayden brought to Hawkeye Nation. So we're excited to have brought back a great panel in our panel discussion and signing autographs, and we've had our 2015 Hall of Fame inductees as well that joined us this morning. So a lot of different things going on, tons of black and gold Hawkeye vendors, so it's been a blast.
My immediate left, Governor Terry Branstad, Coach Hayden Fry, the new University of Iowa President Bruce Harold, Iowa Athletics Director Gary Barta, and Iowa Secretary of Ag Bill Northey down at the end of the table. Gary, what a great event. What a great event. What a great decision by Hayden 30 years ago to put the A&F jersey or logo on the Hawkeye helmets.
It was a great decision, and wherever we go at the State Fair this year, we gathered around the Farm Bureau and celebrated, again, America Needs Farmers. Thankfully, Kirk took your lead and carried it on. It's a great part of our state tradition.
Yeah.
Well, I have a special proclamation. It's on Executive Department stationery, and I'll read it. Whereas John Hayden Fry served as the head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes between 1979 and 1998 and is recognized as Iowa's all-time leader with 140 coaching wins. Under the leadership of Hayden Fry, the Iowa Hawkeyes made 14 bowl appearances, and whereas Hayden Fry has been acknowledged for his years of excellence through many prestigious awards, such as including the College Football Hall of Fame in 2003, being named Coach of the Year in the Big Ten, the Southwest and Missouri Valley Conferences, presented with the SMU Inaugural Legends Award in 2015, and ranking 10th all-time in Division I coaching victory list. And whereas during the 1980s, farm families were challenged by collapsing commodity and land prices, which bankrupted thousands of Iowa farmers, nearly 20,000 Iowa families lost their family farms, and with them generations of family history and traditions vanished. And whereas in 2015, this year marks the 30th anniversary of Hayden Fry's introduction of America Needs Farmers, or ANF, to the Iowa Hawkeye football program. This logo was designed with the objective of drawing attention to the 1980s farm crisis, which directly affected many of Coach Hayden Fry's players and even more Hawkeye fans. And whereas Coach Fry drew upon the success and media exposure of his team and redirected this focus onto the importance of agriculture and the vital significance of farmers to our society and economy. Through this initiative, Hayden Fry built a legacy which showed the character of Iowans and the Iowa football program to answer the call to duty and to help their neighbors in times of need. And whereas ANF remains an important part of the Hawkeye football program to this day, as we continue to honor farmers for their efforts and show our appreciation for the important work that they do in our state. And whereas we gather at this 215 FRYfest to honor Hayden Fry, to show our appreciation on behalf of the farmers and all the lives touched through the ANF initiative, to support the awareness generated through this program, to shine light on the importance of the work and the sacrifice exhibited by our farmers on a daily basis. Now therefore, I, Terry E. Branstad, Governor of the state of Iowa, do hereby recognize Coach Hayden Fry and sincerely thank him for his significant contributions to the developing of America Needs Farmers program, in addition to molding the University of Iowa football program into a successful institution that has the pride of many in the great Hawkeye State. Signed on this 4th day of the month of September 2015. Coach.
FRYfest is actually one of our favorite events. We love celebrating Hayden Fry, and just kicking off the year with our first football game and interacting with our fans and dancing with the little kids tonight. So it's definitely one of our many favorite events.
Hey buddy, how's it going there? It's a great day to be at FRYfest. I'll tell you what, it's hot on the outside, it's nice and cool on the inside. Any day is a good day to be at FRYfest. We've had all the FRYfest people here today, all the coaches and all the names, and guess what? We've had more fun than ever at FRYfest.